my speech is the reality of being a student athlete, managing time, academics, and practice. So imagine having a balanced classes, homework, daily practice, and games all in one. So that would just be, feels like a lot of stuff you would have to do. So the reason why I chose this is because many college students play sports, and many people play sports and everything like that. So it's a wide topic to talk about, and a lot of people don't understand what college athletes go through daily. A student athlete requires time management, discipline, and extreme effort to balance the demanding responsibilities they have with athletics and academics. My three main points: time and demand, or the time demands, academic challenges, and physical and mental pressures student athletes face daily. So my first point that I want to talk about is time demands and the need for time management. So a student athlete must balance both schoolwork and athletic responsibilities daily. Some of these things they do is like, say having to go to practice at 6 o'clock in the morning and then having to go to school right after that. So I play football here at Washington University, so a lot of the things that we have to do is we have practice. We have to be at practice at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then a lot of us have classes anywhere from 9:50 to 11:15, and then we have lift right after class. So it's just trying to balance those things together. Many athletes spend 20 to 30 hours weekly training while also completing 30 plus hours of academic work. It's just being able to manage time effectively is very essential because their responsibilities often overlap and compete with each other. That's just what I mean by that is, say you fail a class, and that'll mess with your if you're able to compete in your sport. It just because the same with high school, it's the same with college. If you don't pass your classes, you don't play in your sport because you're not eligible anymore. My second point would be academic responsibilities and pressures. Student athletes are still expected to perform well in school despite their athletic commitments. It's what I said the last time, really being able to go to class and school, or being able to go to class and practice, and not making practice an excuse, saying showing up to class late or something like that because you say, well, I just got out of practice. Well, it doesn't matter because you chose to do this. So at the end of the day, you still have to find a balance between those things. Academic responsibilities can positively impact well-being, but balancing them with athletics can be difficult. College emphasizes that student athletes must prioritize school while managing practices, games, and travel schedules. You're not an athlete student, you're a student athlete. You can't play a sport without being in school. You're not a NFL player, you're not an NBA player or anything like that. You have to balance both because you're still a student athlete. So some of the physical and mental demands that student athletes go through daily. The combination of sports and academics can lead to stress, fatigue, and burnout. Just you're extremely tired from practice, and instead of being able to, after practice, go back to your dorm room and nap, you have a class at 9:50. So you get out of class or you get out of practice at 9:15. You got to find that balance of being able to go get something to eat and go to class, and not being able to not be late, be able to do the assignments, not fall asleep in class. It's just tough. Student athletes often experience high levels of stress and pressure due to their dual responsibilities. That would be, say, have a game and it's your first time starting, but that night you have a test due or an assignment due. It doesn't matter how bad you do in that game, you still have to focus on your responsibilities of school. Mental health challenges can arise when trying to balance both roles without enough rest or recovery. It's really hard to get 8 hours of sleep when you have practice and then say you have night class. At 6:15, you don't get out till 9. Then you got to go do your homework. It's just kind of frustrating being able to try to put all that in a single day. overall impact on well-being, balancing athletics and academics can affect emotional, physical, and mental health. This is really just what I've been saying this whole time. Increased athletic time demands may negatively impact overall well-being if not managed properly. An example of that would be, say, you go to practice, say you have a bad day, and instead of moving on, you build on that, and you don't have a bad day. You have a bad day in class, and you fail a test because all you're thinking about is that bad day of practice or that bad day in a game or something like that. Without proper balance, student athletes can risk burnout or decreased performance in both areas. Like I just said, just say you're starting to not love those sports anymore, and which means that you don't really want to be in school anymore, because a lot of the people that play college sports, the big reason why they're there is to play the college sport and get their degree. But in conclusion, being a student athlete requires strong time management, discipline, and effort to balance academics and athletics. Although life of a student athlete is demanding, the skills they develop, like discipline and time management, prepare them for success, both in school and in life. I think a lot of the things that I've learned as a college athlete and a student here at Walsh University is really help me build to be a better person for the people around me, my family, my coaches, my fellow athletes, and everything like that. So I feel like being a student athlete comes with a lot of challenges, but it also comes with a lot of gifts. But these are my references.